Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Monday. We got 12 matchups on this NBA slate today. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, guys. Turn on the notification bell. When you guys are done with this, go ahead and watch my NHL video as well, guys. If you want to go ahead and hop on my private Discord, link in the description. Love to have you guys in there. Coming off another winning day. We've been doing really good so far this year. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Big slate today. 12 matchups, starting with the Charlotte Hornets versus the Miami Heat. Heat opening up as a 9.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 216.5. Hornets coming into this matchup 15-48. The Heat 29-34. Head-to-head, Miami 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. You got Charlotte. They're coming off a Brooklyn win, ending their huge losing streak they were on. Miami on a 3-game losing streak, coming off a Chicago loss, so they're on a tough stretch right now. Charlotte 0-6 against Miami, 0-6 on the road against Miami, where they've been really bad. 0-5 on the road as well. Miami 6-1 covering the spread right now. The under has hit in 6 of their last 7 against Charlotte. Charlotte finally coming off a win. It's just been so bad for Charlotte this season here. I just don't know if I trust Charlotte here. Miami, I think it's a good spot for them at home. Charlotte's been horrible against Miami here. Yeah, give me Miami minus 9.5 on money line at home today. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Brooklyn Nets. Lakers opening up as a 6-point road favorite with the over-under at 216. Lakers coming into this matchup 40-22. Brooklyn 21-42. Head-to-head, Lakers 2-1 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. If you guys saw, LeBron's going to be out a few weeks with an injury, so we'll see how that affects the team. It's going to affect the team a lot for sure. Lakers, they're coming off a 10-point Boston loss, ending their big winning streak they were on. Brooklyn 2-8 in their last 10. They are on a 7-game losing streak right now, coming off a Charlotte loss. Lakers 4-2 against Brooklyn. The unders hit in 15 of their last 18 on the road against Brooklyn. Lakers are 5-1 covering the spread. Brooklyn 4-16 at home. They're 1-4 covering the spread, which hasn't been great. Yeah, we'll see what the Lakers look like with LeBron or without LeBron. I don't know. I think we just get a better game from Luka. I'm not really sold on the Nets here. I think the Lakers will be fine without LeBron for a little bit. It'll just be bigger games from Austin Reeves and Luka. Yeah, give me the Lakers -6 in money line on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks opening up as an 8.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 230. Sixers coming into this matchup 22-41. The Hawks 30-34. Head-to-head, Philly 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 6-4 covering the spread. I feel like with this spread, we're going to get a lot of potential people sitting for Philly tonight, the way the spread looks. Philly coming off a Utah win yesterday. Paul George, Maxey, Drummond, all questionable. They're on back-to-backs. We'll see if all 3 of those play. Atlanta on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Pacer wins. Philly, they've been good against Atlanta, but currently 0-6 on the road. 2-13 covering the spread. Atlanta 11-5 covering the spread. The over sit in 5 of their last 5 against Philly. Yeah, I just don't know if I trust Philly here. The line looks really sketchy to me. I feel like they're going to be missing some guys. Be sure to check the injury report when that info does get released. But I think I'm going to take the Hawks -8.5 on money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Utah Jazz versus the Boston Celtics. Boston opening up as a 17.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 229. Jazz coming into this matchup 15-49. Boston 46-18. Head-to-head, Boston 3-0 in the last 3 head-to-head meetings. 2-1 covering the spread. Utah 2-8 in their last 10. They're on a 5-game losing streak right now. Boston on a 4-game winning streak. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Utah 0-12 on the road, 4-12 on the road against Boston. They're 1-4 straight up against Boston. Boston 6-1 covering at home, where they've been really good. 4-1 covering the spread. The overs hit in Boston's 4 of their last 6 against Utah. Yeah, I just don't know if I trust Utah here, especially on the road against Boston. Yeah, give me the Celtics minus 17.5 in money line or at home today. Next matchup, we got the Washington Wizards versus the Toronto Raptors. Toronto opening up as home favorites as a 6.5 point home favorite with the over under at 232. Wizards coming into this matchup 13-49. Toronto 21-43. Head-to-head, Toronto 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Washington on a little 2-game winning streak. They just played Toronto last game, beat them 118-117. Yeah, bad game from Toronto. Washington 3-13 on the road against Toronto. 5-15 straight up against Toronto. They're 1-4 covering against Toronto. The unders hit in 5 of their last 7 against Washington. I think it's a good bounce back spot for Toronto at home here. You know, Wizards snuck one last game. I don't know. I just don't see them winning back-to-back against Toronto in Toronto here. So I'll take Toronto minus 6.5 in money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Denver Nuggets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder opening up as a 9-point home favorite with the over-under at 239. Denver coming into this matchup 41-23. The Thunder 53-12. Head-to-head, the Thunder 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. These teams just played each other yesterday, which is kind of crazy. The Thunder beating Denver 127-103. OKC, they're 9-1 in their last 10. They're playing great right now. Denver 1-5 against the Thunder. 5-10 covering against the Thunder. 1-5 covering the spread. OKC 5-1 covering the spread. They're 9-1 at home. A little worried about this game. Back-to-backs here. A lot of star players. I don't know. Worried about the injury. Maybe a guy like Jokic sits out. Maybe Chet sits out. I don't know. But back-to-backs here. We'll see. We'll see what happens here if everyone's playing. I personally probably don't think so. We'll see. But, man, Denver played such a good game yesterday, and then fourth quarter, they just fell apart and got blown out. It was a close game, and then they literally got blown out in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I just don't know if I can bet against the Thunder at home now. I thought Denver was a good play yesterday. Now they're coming off a back-to-back. Give me Thunder minus 9 in money line at home. Next matchup, we got the Indiana Pacers versus the Chicago Bulls. Pacers opening up as a 4.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 241.5. Pacers coming into this matchup 35-27. The Bulls 26-38. Head-to-head, Pacers 7-3 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 7-3 covering the spread. Pacers 6-4 in their last 10. They're coming off back-to-back Atlanta losses. Last time they played Chicago a couple games ago, beat them 127-112. Chicago on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Miami win. The Pacers 7-3 against Chicago. They're 7-3 covering against Chicago. 9-3 on the road against Chicago. They've actually been very good against Chicago here. Chicago currently 7-2 covering the spread right now. The unders hit in 5 of their last 7 against the Pacers. I do see Halliburton and McConnell are day-to-day, so be sure to check their statuses. Yeah, this was tough. Pacers did beat them pretty good last time as 11-point favorites. I don't know. I mean, I guess I like the Pacers here. The numbers really back them up. They've been very dominant against Chicago and very good covering against Chicago here. Yeah, I think I got to take the Pacers minus 4.5 in money line on the road here. Next matchup, we got the Orlando Magic versus the Houston Rockets. Houston opening up as a 5-point home favorite with the over-under at 213. Magic coming into this matchup 30-35. Houston 39-25. Head-to-head, Houston 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. The Magic, they're coming off a Milwaukee win, ending their bad 5-game losing streak they were on. Houston on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Pelican wins. The Magic 1-5 covering the spread. They're 5-11 against Houston. 2-10 on the road against Houston. They've been very bad against the Rockets. Houston 5-2 covering the spread. 4-1 covering at home. The overs hit in 5 of their last 7 against the Magic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I trust the Magic. Are coming off a nice road win against the Bucks here, but overall they've just been horrible on the road. And yeah. They've been bad against the Western Conference as well. So I think I'm going to take Houston -5 and money line at home today. Next matchup, we got the Phoenix Suns versus the Memphis Grizzlies. Grizzlies opening up as a 4.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 243. Suns coming into this matchup 30-34. The Grizzlies 40-24. Head-to-head, Memphis 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 6-4 covering the spread. Phoenix, they're coming off a big Dallas win yesterday. Memphis on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Pelicans win. This has been interesting to see a back-to-back. If anyone like maybe Kevin Durant is going to be out. You know, you got John Morant, maybe he's out. I don't know. Just the back-to-backs are brutal for the NBA. It makes it so hard to cover these games. Well, we don't know who's playing until later in the evening. I'm just picking these assuming that everybody's playing. That's all you can really do in the NBA. Phoenix 4-1 covering the spread. Just 1-4 against Memphis. They've struggled against Memphis. Memphis, though, 1-6 covering the spread. 0-6 covering at home. They've had really bad home struggles here recently. I'm just going to make this assuming that everyone's playing for the Suns, at least KD and Devin Booker. If they're both playing here, I think I like the Suns +4.5 on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Dallas Mavericks versus the San Antonio Spurs. Spurs opening up as a 6.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 229. Dallas coming into this matchup 32-33. The Spurs 26-36. Head-to-head, Dallas 9-1 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 7-3 covering the spread. You got Dallas. I mean, they had, 7 or 8 guys yesterday and had a couple get hurt. It's bad for the Mavs here. Since Kyrie's injury and since they traded Luka, they're 7 in their last 8. They're on a 5-game losing streak. Losing to Phoenix yesterday. Spurs, they haven't played that well either. On a 2-game losing streak coming off a Minnesota loss. But they have Dallas just doesn't have enough bodies here. And they're coming off a back-to-back. I mean, are they going to give Clay heavy minutes again tonight? Probably not, but they might have to. I don't know. Now she's coming off an amazing game last night. But I'm just worried about the bodies, the stamina. I'm worried about everything for the Mavs. They're 0-6 covering the spread right now. Despite them being so good against the Spurs, I don't think those numbers even apply because this Dallas team is decimated with injuries. It's crazy. The numbers are bad. I'm not even going to read the numbers for the Spurs. They're bad. I mean, very bad against Dallas. But this is a whole different team, different situation here. I gotta take the Spurs. I mean, I really want to see Dallas fail. I need to see Dallas fail as a Mavs fan, just because of what the organization did to Dallas. They need to lose the rest of the season here. They don't even have enough bodies to really compete. I like Spurs with a big win at home. I'll take the -6.5 and money line here. Next matchup, we got the Portland Trailblazers versus the Golden State Warriors. Warriors opening up as a 12-point home favorite with the over-under at 230.5. Portland coming into this matchup 28-37. The Warriors 36-28. Head-to-head. The Warriors 9-1 in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. 6-4 covering the spread. Portland coming off a tough Detroit loss last night. They're on a 3-game losing streak. And you got the Warriors, man, 9-1 in their last 10. Since they've gotten Jimmy, they've looked so good. I don't think they've lost with Jimmy. Yeah, they haven't lost with Jimmy yet. The only game they lost was against Philly, but Jimmy did not suit up, so that doesn't count. So with Jimmy, man, they look really good. Portland 0-7 against the Warriors. 0-7 on the road against the Warriors, where they've really struggled. Warriors 6-1 at home, 7-2-1 covering the spread. Yeah, I just got to keep taking the Warriors. They've been such a moneymaker with Jimmy. They're like a whole different team now. Yeah, give me Warriors -12 and money line at home today. Then the last matchup, we got the New York Knicks versus Sacramento Kings. Knicks opening up as a 2-point road favorite with the over-under at 221. Knicks coming into this matchup 40-23. The Kings 33-30. Head-to-head, the Knicks 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 8-2 covering the spread. The big injury here is Jalen Brunson. He's day-to-day with an ankle injury, so we'll see if he suits up. Sabonis is also day-to-day as well. The Knicks on a 3-game losing streak, coming off a Clippers loss. Sacramento, yeah, they're coming off, both teams coming off a Clippers loss here. The Knicks currently, they're 7-1 against Sacramento, but other than that, they're 1-9 covering the spread, 1-5 covering on the road. Then you got Sacramento 7-0 covering the spread. The unders hit in 8 of their last 9 at home against the Knicks. I think this one's pretty easy for me. If Jalen Brunson's out, which you can see without Jalen Brunson, they struggled last game. If Jalen Brunson's out, I got to take Sacramento. But if Jalen Brunson suits up, I like the Knicks on the road today. So be sure to check that injury report. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Monday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Tuesday. Have a good one.